welcome back. So today is really going to be a little different and fun. I'm going to do some dupe makeup, drugstore kind of vibes. And it's super interesting because I really feel like the drugstore has been stepping it up. Like, I have the past few years probably been more of a prestige makeup girl. And if you aren't aware, like, you have your drugstore makeup, which would be like your Maybelline, your L'Oreal, your e.l.f. And then you have prestige, which is like the stuff you get at Sephora or at a department store. I've obviously been a huge fan of Trinity London products, and I've been really leaning into cream products. But I've been all over TikTok and whatnot, and I've been seeing all of these really amazing improvements you're seeing in what's available at the drugstore. And I'm super curious about it, so I want to give them a whirl and let you guys know what I really think about these. First up, Naj Lip Care Mask is basically like a hero product. I always have this. I mean, you can tell I love this product. I mean, we are at the end of the jar here. I've been hearing so much about the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Lip Mask, so I wanted to give it a whirl. And if you see inside with the packaging, just like with the Laneige one, you get a little applicator. So they do give you this little applicator, just like you get with your Laneige one. Now, as far as product, just for reference, like this is the Laneige, and I'll insert the prices on the screen here. This one, you're getting a lot more product versus this one. I've heard people saying that they think the e.l.f. one actually works better than the Laneige one, which is very, very surprising. But as you can see, my lips are pretty dry right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try. I'm gonna take it on my finger. So there's the product. It's a blue color, and that's really nice. Wow, a little bit goes such a long way with this. I am really, wow, really surprised. It's really emulsifying, and I'm really surprised you get a little applicator too. So this one, I would say, and smell wise, it's got a nice smell to it. Compare it to this one. It's actually the fragrance on the e.l.f. one I think I prefer. This Laneige, I always get the pink one. It's kind of got a berry flavor, but I'm not really crazy about strong flavors and scents. And this one, it's a little bit lighter. I actually would prefer the scent of this one. And yeah, and I also, the fact that it's smaller for travel is nice, because obviously this guy, I won't usually bring him with me because he is kind of bulky and will take a lot of room up in my carry-on stuff. So, but this I would. Wow, that's impressive. So right now I have nothing on my face except my lotions. Next up, another category that's really important for me is concealer. I have circles. I definitely I'm very pale, obviously, so you can see them. I'm gonna try a couple different options and see like which one we think is really nice. I've heard really great things about the Flower Beauty concealer. I got this one at Ulta. This next one has, it's the Bear With Me, has serum in it. So some nice kind of skincare elements. And of course, I would have to do the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And I was really interested, I saw this and thought this was really cool. This is kind of feels like a professional palette. And it is the Red Carpet Secret, and it's an eye bright palette. And so it's got everything you need for a bright eyed look. It's got Soothe, Prime, Conceal, Set. So it's got a primer, concealer, color corrector, and setting powder. I tend to shy away from setting powders, but I was really curious to try this just because, again, I've heard such good things about Flower Beauty, and I've used some of their products in the past. If you didn't know, Flower Beauty was started by Drew Barrymore. And it comes with this little cooling wand, which I thought that's kind of an interesting thing. So I guess I'm gonna, let's see. This is the primer, which I got. I took that out of there, and this is on my hand. And I'm actually, now that I'm moving it around and warming it up, not so bad. So let's go in and see what we think. I have this tool, and when I'm putting it on my eye, it has a little cooling effect to it because it is metal, and I guess, so I'll put this primer down. I really like using kind of the primer aspect. I mean, and it gives you two different colors in the concealer, so, or I guess that's your color corrector if you so need it. And then I'm gonna go in with this one. And I guess we'll just mix these together and see what we get. Now, this feels, whoa, it's got a lot of coverage. This has a lot of coverage on it. Well, let's see how it does. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, you can tell the difference from the right and the left. And then this is a powder. The only applicator you get is that metal one, so you'd have to have your other tools to set. And I guess I'll go in and set it with this powder. For me, I think this one, on camera, I think it looks pretty nice, but in person, it's maybe not my favorite. But let's try this other flower one on the other eye and see what we think. And I'm just gonna use my finger. Ooh, okay. This one feels so nice. This one, it feels a lot more hydrating, whereas I feel like that other formula was heavier. You're still getting like a lot of coverage with this. This definitely has coverage. I'm gonna try these e.l.f. ones, let's see. And so you've got the big doe foot applicator with the e.l.f. Target Real concealer I think looks nicer for me, but I like a less makeup-y look. This one on this eye, I don't know if you can see, I do feel like, and again, I did put the powder on, so it's probably not fair if I put the powder on that one. Yeah. You know what? It's the fact I put powder on it. I typically have gotten to a place where I really don't like powders. I think they kind of showed more texture than just leaving it cream. So I think if I left this just creamy, I might have liked it better. This to remove everything. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's very close, I feel like, to a Tarte. If you like Shape Tape, like a little goes a long way. And I got two colors because I felt I was kind of in between. And those two you can see are very similar on my skin right there. So let's see, I'm gonna just blend it out with my finger. Wow. And you can see a little goes a heck of a long way. Those are just 3 little dots, and that is spreading out. e.l.f. is really a product line that I feel has come such a long way. I remember when I first saw them, you know, they've gotten more, you know, they have gone up in price. I wouldn't say pricey, but they've definitely gone up more in price. I think all their products used to be like $3. Back when I was in college, I remember seeing them, and I never heard of e.l.f. before. But they've made quite the little reputation for themselves in the beauty community. And it's really nice how much compared to like how far those went on this eye. And now we're gonna do the other eye with the NYX serum. Definitely feeling the skincare component, and like that's so much. Like and that's the only thing, is that's a pump, so you can't control how much you're getting. So I feel like for me, this would be a lot of product waste. But if you're someone who uses a lot of foundation, then this might be a good good call for you. But as I'm putting this down, it feels really slippy. I would say formulation is very similar to what the flower one was going down like. It feels very similar to the Trinity London serum foundation that I'm wearing. And as you can see here, I think this NYX one is my favorite out of all of these. I think I really want to like this flower palette just because of like getting the corrector, the primer. I love this kind of component. Everybody's really into those Charlotte Tilbury blushers right now. But e.l.f. came out with these Halo Glow ones, and so I picked up a couple of them, and they're $9 a piece, so I feel like that's such a good deal. You know, I feel like I could try those. I also got the Flower Gel Crush Lip and Cheek. So this is really interesting because I use the Trinity London Lip to Cheek, and I thought this was kind of a cool idea. It looks like it's in a, it's like a stick formation, so we'll see how that does. And then I got the Wet n Wild blush mega stick. This one is Rosé You Slay. It's like that little dot applicator, so I'm gonna press on it. Putting this on my cheek. Whoa, that's pretty pigmented. I was scared there for a minute. Now that I blended it out, I'm not upset with it. It has a lot of sheen to it, so it made me a little nervous, but when I blended it out, it's nice and glowy. I do think that's pretty. Candle. That one's kind of like peachy looking. I'm interested to see what the difference in these colors is. I feel like they don't look that different. That one has more like color to it. This is like just kind of a wash. I guess they are different enough. And you have this gold one, which I think would look better on a darker skin tone. But I actually thought this would be pretty on eyes. Oh. We put these both down. I put the gold one, I put this other one, the Magic Hour, on my eyes, just because, so you can see the Rosé Slay is way more like pigmented, like I'm getting more of like a true blush, whereas this is kind of almost just like a very natural highlight. This one I would say would be really good for everyday wear, and this would be more like going out to me. Like I love a good natural flow. I'm interested to see, I'm gonna take off, because I put that gold, what was it, Magic Hour one, which is gold. I put that on my eyes, you can see. But I'm gonna take off this one from my cheeks. So putting this one on, this is the gold. I'm a little nervous. All right, let's see. I mean, it looks really goldy. Ooh, get your hair in there, why not? Having them both on now side by side, maybe I am colorblind to a certain degree, because I really don't feel like there's that much of a difference in these. I don't know when they developed this colorway, if it was like kind of supposed to be giving the same thing to multiple skin tones, or if you were supposed to get the, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think you could just pick up one of these, because I'm not seeing that much of a difference. Like, it's so nuanced. If you're somebody who's like super into makeup and you're like, no, I can see the tonalities and it's so different, like I can tell this one's more bronzy than that one. But I like the bronzier shade up here on my eyes. If I go like this, yeah, I mean, this one's more rosy. I think that they're really pretty. I have not used the Charlotte Tilbury blush forms of these, so I can't really say like comparison wise. But that's what people say, because, okay, so we have the Flower Beauty, which is a lip and cheek thing. So I'm really excited to try this with you. Yay, we did it. Push stick, it looks like a little mini deodorant. So I guess I'm just gonna stamp it on my cheek. Oh, you know what? I bet I gotta break through that wax barrier. Oh, whoa. So this is gonna be way more sheer. So if I was comparing this to the Trinity London blushes, they've got way more pigment to them. But I wanna see how this one builds. And if I wanna use it as a pigment, eyelids. Now granted, I still have that e.l.f. stuff on, so I've got a lot of shine. But I do like the fact it's 2-in-1 product, and like for me, I think like as a beach makeup thing, just if you want to have a little color and putting that on real quick. And this is the color Strawberry Crush. To be fair, it's not as pigmented, I think, as my Trinity London things are, but it's a fraction of the price, and it's easy, and you know, I think I would easily throw this in a bag. I would be concerned in summer, I wonder if that would melt and become a mess, but. And then I was gonna show you guys this blush. I think I'm gonna put it right on top of here, but I've heard people say good things about this. Whoa, it is very pearly. I would say it's very comparable to that e.l.f. stuff we were trying earlier. You can see what I've done, just kind of throwing it on top. Let's blend it out and see what we think. People have been raving about these Wet n Wild blush sticks. This color is Beach Bums. I really like it. It is a pretty color. I'm gonna blend up here too while we're. Summer bronzy, like glowy, easy makeup. I really like that. And I really like the color with the e.l.f. I mean, my lips still feel like very hydrated. I'm gonna try some lip products with you guys, so let's take this off. So the first thing I'm gonna try is this fat oil. People compare them to the Dior oil glosses, or what are they called? Dior. I have 2 of them. I got them for Christmas, but yeah, those, the Dior ones. And you can see it's gonna have, ooh, whoa, a very big doe foot applicator. So let me lay this down and see what you think. Right away, it's got a very berry smell to it. Because of the pigment, I thought this would be more of a brownie kind of color, and it's really more purpley in the bottle than brown, because I bought this online. The product itself feels really nice on my lips. Right now I'm a little like, oh, that's what color it is, because I wanted it to be more brown colored. I really like neutral colors, but this, as far as like a pinkier color, or more rich berry, kind of pinky berry color, I'm not mad at it. Guys, I got these 2 which look very incredibly similar to each other, so I may return one, which, by the way, if you didn't know, Ulta has like a very good return policy. If you ever have something you don't like and you've opened it, you can still return it with your receipt and say, hey, I tried this, wasn't for me. So take advantage of that, because, you know, if you don't really know you don't like it, then that's why those policies are there. I will say, getting the actual product, even though it is a big like doe foot, I would have thought it'd be more juicy, and you kind of, for better or for worse, like you kind of have to go in and get it, depending how viscous you want your lip gloss to be. That's a pretty color. It's very pinky. I think the only real difference between these 2 is this one has sparkles in it. I mean, that's pretty. It's very summery. This one is Supermodel. Okay. This is very pink. Looking at it in person at the mirror, like, I like it because I can see the sparkles and I think that's kind of fun. But looking in the viewfinder, I'm like, I do not know. Like, in the camera, I feel clownish. I tend to really stick with very neutral lip glosses. Y'all tell me if this is terrible on me or not, but I think maybe at night I could get away with it. Again, it's feeling like so saturated and deep instead of like it's feeling so saturated and deep instead of like a baby pink that I think I'm more used to wearing. So the thing is, with prestige makeup lines, you have color match. Like, I use Trinity London, and there's a whole color match system online. You go to a makeup counter and get matched with the colors, and they tell you literally, like, this is your tones, these are the things that are gonna look good on you. So you can shop just the ones that are for your tone. This, maybe, I don't know if it's just out of my comfort zone and I'm feeling weird about it, or it's really just not as flattering as it should be. It could just be me. Again, I don't really wear a lot of lippy lipstick like this. So Superstay Lip Crown, and the color is Lead the Way. So let's try this one out and see what we think. Sometimes Maybelline lip products, I don't like the smell. It's like fake and chalky smelling, but I do like the precision that I'm getting with this lip crown. So that's pretty. So that's lip crown by itself. It doesn't feel chalky or anything. I think the color is nice. And I think with it, this Cafe Latte liner by Milani. That liner looks really nice with it. Okay, I'm digging that. And then I'm gonna top it with this Milani lip gloss in Champagne. It's a plumping lip gloss, so let's see. Nice big doe foot applicator. Ooh, it's kind of like got a minty kind of feel. It's got a little tingle, but nothing crazy. It's just kind of minty, fresh feeling. That's a pretty color combo, especially with this kind of glowing makeup that I have on right now. I think it looks really nice. And I also wanted to try with you guys, I have this nude eyeliner, and I wanted to try putting this in the waterline instead of like the white. That's pretty pigmented too. So it's not as stark as like when I've done like the white ones, but it's still really opening up my eye. I feel like I made a big difference. Oh, that's pretty. And even though this is matte, it's going on. It's not, doesn't feel drying. It feels like moisturizing. I love this color. Oh my gosh. This color is like my natural lip color, but just a little more pumped up. Like just slightly, but that's literally the color of my lips. That is the best color. I am blown away. I've been looking for like the perfect natural nude, like my lip, but better, you know? And I have tried I've tried all these different ones. I tried Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and I felt like that was even more rosy than what I am. Like, this is what I think my lip looks like. I mean, this is my favorite. And just the formulation. Even though it's a matte, it doesn't feel chalky. It feels hydrating. I'm really blown away. Wow. Wow. Next up, I want to try this e.l.f. This is Your Lips Ride or Die. It's like a little lip balm thing. Okay. So I just got it out. The first bit that came out was like clear, which is interesting. And then this is the actual balm. I guess itself. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. I'm obsessed with this. This one is Tough Cookie. Love this color. This is so pretty. This is right up my alley of what I like in a lip balm. I'm gonna go wash that off, and then I've got one more combo I'm gonna try for you guys. The new Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. And this is the color Reef. It's a big doe foot applicator. Let's look at it. That's really like peachy pinky, more so than like, I mean, I feel like it reads a little more peach on me than I would have liked. That formula is nice. It's very thin. It's not laying down as thick of, say, like the fat oils. It's a really light formula. It's very hydrating. You can see all the shine I'm getting on it. I'm gonna put on this little lip pencil with it. Let's see. There we go. NYX Peekaboo Nude. That's really pretty. This color's, like I said, it was reading, I guess, a little more peachy pink than I would have liked. Maybe it's just with this makeup too. Yeah, let me see what you guys think. Overall, final thoughts. I think these are probably my favorites that I played with today. Although as I work with these products, I could change. I am a woman and I am prone to change my mind. A way of like what I really love the most. I would say out of everything I tried today, I think this is a major winner. And I think the reviews are right. Like, I think it works better than the Laneige one. So I think I might be making the switch to that e.l.f. one. This Revlon lipstick, Untold Stories. Oh my gosh, love this. Concealers, I'm really impressed with all of them, to be honest. This little palette, I think as long as I don't put the powder on it, I really like it. Powder for me, again, goes chalky, but you might like powder on you. It's a good palette. The serum base. I'm really impressed with all the formulations. These little blush, like little Charlotte Tilbury dupes, I think, yeah, I definitely think I'll play with them, especially for summer easy makeup. The fat oil, I would like to maybe find a more neutrally brown kind of fat oil. And I think maybe as I get a tan, I'll like wearing these pinky colors, but right now I feel like they're a little pink for me. But, you know, I like the formulation though. Lifter Gloss was really good. The Champagne Plumping Milani one. I was really blown away by this product from e.l.f. Yeah, I mean, drugstore is impressive. Overall, I am super impressed with my drugstore finds, and I definitely will be kind of getting my hands more into some drugstore products and letting you guys know what I think of them. And maybe we'll do like full face of drugstore makeup looks and see if I can create some fun summer looks for you guys. Till next time, bye.